I'm playing a puzzle game in it, which I'm bad at. And shockingly enough, I'm bad at puzzle games. I'm not good at them. I should explain this puzzle game does tell you to use the internet and write down notes. So I have a piece of paper here, a pen, and my phone. So, the whole gimmick is that you have these locks, and you need to type in a 4-letter word. Can I turn down the audio for a second? It's kind of loud. You have to type a 4-letter English word, and it's all about solving puzzles around the room. King of the Piece Missing, my favorite board game. So literally anything in here could be a clue, and the possibility of me just being dumb and not seeing it is immense. But that room's funky. Romeo circled. There's a key in there. There's a chessboard down beneath. Let's do this room. Oh. There's another light switch over here. Paintings just glitch out. Book collection. Okay. Okay. Compass. Okay. Temple that like. Well, both at B2. Will you call that B2? It's nah. Weird blue alcove here. Cove. Great. What to do? Here we go. Departure. My journey begins as we emerge from the fresh, crisp air of the South Sea Cove. Okay. Southeast. Cove. Capital letter C. We set sail east, arriving at an imposing lighthouse. So, Southeast Cove to lighthouse. That had been marked our first stop. It was here we were between a wizened old fisherman, our guide for the trek. We continued north until reaching our first landmark, a small, seemingly unpopulated island with no features of note. So they went north and found an island. I confirmed briefly with our guide, and the decision was made not to land on the continent. Instead, we sailed directly east. So they went east towards the main continent, and crew partook fresh fruit, quaffed most of the remaining ale, leaving behind just enough for skeleton crew who remained for the ship. Reaching the shore ahead of the schedule, we made a camp for the night. After a supper of savory fish stew prepared by our guide, he spoke in a whispered tone of ancient ruins and never seen by outsiders. Oh my god! Oh, there's so much. Okay, in the thick of it. Hungry with purpose, we pointed north. or north we enter the jungle. The journey was ordered, so we hacked our way through the bushes with our blades. But blunt, we finally came to a clearing, and we made a camp. So they kept on going north until they found a clearing. Okay. Next day we rose with the sun, and our eyes dawned to a large rock formation directly west in the clearing. We climbed up to get our bearings. Then they went west to the rocks. We spotted some ruins beyond the jungle and headed north straight away. The terrain was nigh impassable, and it was many hours of sunset, but in clear opening. Instead, we collapsed under the starfall night, so they went north straight away, and they collapsed in an open clearing. So went north, went back to clearing. At sunrise, we could make out a small village on the horizon to the east. We walked towards the village with great anticipation, but approaching it became obvious this was no longer a living place. So then they went east to a village. Our discouragement was soon forgotten as we pressed north towards a ruined chapel. So they went north to a chapel. The site was untouched and it was marvelous. Eventually we stumbled on a hidden painting. It depicted a grand temple atop a mountain and with a snaking river to it. My guide seemed positively exhilarated by this discovery. The river, he said, was only a day so distant. The following day we marched east due to enthusiasm. So we went east. The terrain was forgiving. And then they reached the river, so they went to the river when going east. The following morning we surveyed the river and discussed our plan over the roaring sounds of its rapids. Equipment in excess of our immediate needs was abandoned, and we hastily set off south of the river. South River. Eventually the river course swung sharply west, and they went west, and back east. Wait, then south, then east. As we enjoyed a series of careering turns around imposing rocky outcrops, it took all of our fortitude to keep the rafts afloat. Finally, the course settled to regain its southbound flow. So then they went back down south. And the mountain, I found a bend in the river sent us east, where we made land just before the river mouth opened wide and spread into an uncharted jungle. So I went east. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'm writing down all these directions. So they did it before the mountain mouth opened. So river mouth. Hastily we left our raft and they moved south again. And then they silenced to temple steps. We entered the temple with granite but like what happened next remains a mystery to this day. One moment we were entering and the next we were walking up the coast near where we first arrived. I have thought much about the journey and what may lay inside the temple, but I cannot penetrate the haze in my mind. I do not know if I shall ever return to the place. I feel this may be a mystery that will haunt me until the end of my days. Okay, so this is where they started. Is there a way for me to interact with this? Because he went there, then they went up to the island, then they went right to the continent, so they were here. Then they went up into the jungle until they met a clearing. Then they went left to the rocks, up to an opening. They went right to the village. Then they went up to the chapel. And then they went right to the river. And they went down the river. Then they went left. Then they went down again. And then went right. And then went down the river. And then it went right of the river mouth. So they were here. And that's the last one. They went into the temple. Okay, so I got all the coordinates correct. I got all the directions correct. But what do I do with that? I can't interact with this in any way. I can just flip my grid for it. None of these even work. If I were to type in the coordinates, it would be right, right, up, 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 right, 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 up, 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 left, up, right, 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 down, 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 left, left, down, down, right, right, down, 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 right, down. That'd be the coordinates for it. But I can't seem to interact with it. Seems like a significant problem. It's giving me like the D-pad controls for the directions, and I'm pressing that and nothing comes up. And they were also in the book. So I feel like they are of some significance to this. Can't really do anything if I don't have anything to interact with this, and I have no hint on what to go off. The C were highlighted, but I doubt it's just code. We'll come back to that. This one seems like the easiest. Yep, that's what I saw. Room malfunction, prepend, error recorded, panel, reboot failed, unable to load file prefix. Pretend and prefix are highlighted. It might be an error. We put in load just to see what happens. Yeah, there's also like glitched letters. And red letters too. This is the inefficient way to do it, isn't it? Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Prepared and prefix. What happens if you search that up into Google? Um, so if I search that in, can an article complaining about the difference between prefix and prepend, that doesn't help. When I search it up, I get a lot of errors, like a lot of error things to do with Python and everything. Like the string to file table to 3bx, match pattern to file the tablet. Be back in a second. Which part of the commercial work doesn't go there? Rated. Just another way of looking, miss something. I have horrible timing. I have to go. I have horrible timing.